Hello and welcome to another episode of Naughty Nerds. I hope you're well. I am getting over a cold, flu, whatever you want to call it. In last week's episode, it was the start. It got a lot worse. But hey, just like a man flu, I plodded along and we are here today. And in this week's episode, I really wanted to talk to you about the benefits of an SEO audit and what an SEO audit actually means. Now, majority of clients come to us and we do their SEO for them. We call it a done for you method. And that's literally where a client comes to us and pays a monthly fee and we take care of all their SEO needs. So whether that be from content, off page, on page SEO, development, etc. We take care of it so the client doesn't need to worry and can live a happy life knowing that their SEO is taken care of. Now, sometimes clients come to us and they don't want that. The reason might be is they might have their own SEO in-house, or they might have an agency that they're already working with and want a second opinion, which is often what we get to do. Now, what's really interesting is in the SEO world, there are things called SEO audits. Just like when you buy a house, you have a survey of the potential home that you are about to purchase to see if there are any problems that you should be aware of. I did one quite recently for one of our existing clients that uses us for social media and blog writing, but they use another agency for their SEO and their Google ads. And he had a bit of an inkling that something was going on. So asked me to look into their backlinks, the strategy that they're doing with SEO, because he wasn't too happy with how they were performing. So I took a look at what they were doing very briefly, not in too much detail. Their off-page strategy was very good. However, on their on-page strategy, they had no idea in terms of the amount of keywords that were targeting or hyper-focusing. Now, what we do at Nautilus is we hyper focus on a certain amount of keywords. So let's say, for example, that be 12, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 keywords. And our time is specifically focused on those keywords because they are the ones that might give the most value to the client that we can really focus on improving and, of course, getting results. Now, that, of course, takes time with SEO. However, with this company, what they weren't doing is they didn't really have any strategy. They were just sort of spraying and praying that it would work out when it comes down to their SEO. Now, what we typically tend to do in these scenarios is, yes, we can take a brief look. However, some people like a sort of more full, in-depth look. And what this consists of is our SEO team spending time going through the website with a very fine tooth comb and listing out any problems that might they come across. So what we typically can tend to do is charge for one of these audits. So it's a great opportunity if you are working with an agency or if you have an internal team and want to give them a bit of a boost, or someone on the team has joined your agency or your business and they are working on SEO. They aren't too familiar and could do with a bit of a helping hand. And that's where we can come in, sort of navigate any problems, tell them how to fix it, and give them a bit of homework for them to work on over the next 6 weeks, six weeks to 6 months, for example. And that can tie in quite nicely with one of our consulting packages where we can work with you and help going forwards. Now, these audits are great because it really gives a snapshot overview of how the website is performing with some technical details of what can be improved as well, which is super important. Now, when it comes down to those audits, we go through, we produce a bit of a list of all the problems and any sort of data to back them up, screenshots or links, etc. And then what we'll either do is record a Loom video walking you through that audit or jumping on a call with our SEO manager, going through all the points that we've listed out, go through any questions that the client or the team might have, and then sort of preparing a next steps. So it's a great way to sort of build that overview of how the SEO is performing with an expert opinion on how it's doing. And a lot of these clients and audits that we do and we come across really benefit them going forwards. Because it might be, let's say, for example, they've launched a website, it's not performing as best as it can. We might take a technical look and be like, the website's not indexing. No wonder you're not performing well. Or 9 times out of 10, this problem occurs is when a website agency launches a website and doesn't perform an SEO migration. Now, I said this tenfold on this podcast before. If you are working on a brand new website, please do an SEO migration because you're going to save me a lot of stress and a lot of less gray hairs if we are working on your SEO in future. And what an SEO migration is basically going through the website and making sure It is like for like from your new website to your old website. Of course, design will change. Of course, content will be tweaked, but it's really important to keep that sort of SEO backbone going in terms of your meta, your header, your key content, your keyword density, etc., because it is really going to matter and make a difference. And that's probably what 9 times out of 10 the audits that we do for clients are. They've launched a website and all of a sudden everything is dropping off a cliff. So it's really important that you get that expert opinion. And web development agencies are great. They hyper focus on that industry and that niche of creating beautiful websites. But 9 times out of 10, they forget about the technicalities when it comes down to SEO. And we, lovely nerds, have to then come in and pick the pieces up from an SEO perspective. So whether you're working with a web design agency or web development agency, bring in an SEO consultant, bring in a company like ourselves to perform an audit. We can help you navigate through that process of launching the new website to ensure everything is sort of kept as much as it can and sort of help you take that to the next level. So SEO audits are worth their weight in gold. Some agencies charge an absolute fortune to do so. We don't. We just charge the time for it takes our team to create one of those audits and go through it with you. So if it is something of interest, nautilusmarketing.co.uk, get in touch, let us know you're looking for an audit, and we can jump on a call, discuss your requirements, and go from there. And what you can also do with one of our SEO audits is you can sort of add on hours afterwards. So with the audit, obviously we can present our findings to you. But if you wanted us to implement any of those things, whether it be from a development perspective, a Google Analytics migration, setting up goals in Google Analytics 4, etc., we can do that for you, as well as providing you with that initial advice so we can give you the helping hand that you might need in regards to your SEO. I hope you found this week's episode useful. Please do leave a review on your favorite podcasting platform. And if you are listening to this on a podcasting platform, please go over to YouTube, type in Naughty Nerds, and you can see a wonderful video version of this week's episode. Have a marvelous afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay awesome, stay safe, but most importantly, stay nerdy.